Hello and welcome to another Stellarian Games video. In this episode, we're going to be continuing our DM box series where we're filling a box full of goodies for a new Dungeon Master. In this episode, we're going to be covering how to make some stairs, both these three-dimensional stairs in various sizes and shapes, as well as some two-dimensional stairs that look more like this. These are just painted flat surfaces so that these represent more downward stairs. Even if you're playing on UDT where you're not using a tile, where you have kind of the luxury of making some shallow three-dimensional stairs, if you're playing UDT, you kind of need some other representation to show that a stair is going downward. So in this episode, we're going to be covering both the three-dimensional upward stairs as well as the two-dimensional downward stairs. Let's go to the table and see how it's done. For the three-dimensional craft, we're going to be using 1-inch XPS foam. I measured this in basically a 2-inch block, and I'm just marking out segments for the various sizes of stairs that I'm going to be using. I have a 3-inch section, a couple of 1-inch sections, and a couple of 2-inch sections. The 1-inch sections I'm using as upward stairs going all the way down to the ground floor. The 2-inch blocks I'm using as kind of a landing for the upper blocks. And I'm just hand drawing on some stairs on all of the sides just so I have a guide of what I'm doing. Going to the hot wire cutter and just cutting out the rough shape of it, not the individual stairs. I want to cut those out with a blade later on. But this will ensure I have a nice even vertical stair. Now I'm just using an X-Acto knife and cutting out the individual stair segments, trying to follow the the horizontal and perpendicular cuts to get the stair as square as possible. I'm going to cut out each of those following that same method. For the larger stair, I didn't like the small landing, so I ended up actually redoing that one so that it had a full 1-inch landing on the top, so that it would match up with the other landing stairs and could be used kind of dual purpose. Now I'm using a ballpoint pen to etch in some stonework to make the stairs look more like stone stairs. And then once that's done, coating the entire piece in the black paint and Mod Podge mixture to give it a nice hard shell. Then doing my dark brown undercoat. Going to a tan dry brush over the top. And then just hitting it very lightly with a gray. I didn't want it to be very gray stone stairs, but I wanted the tan to still stand out. Lastly, we're going to give it a black wash just to help settle into some of the recesses. Now on to the two-dimensional stairs. Measuring out a 2-inch block of thin chipboard. This isn't really the heavier, thicker chipboard. This is a little bit thinner, about the weight of a cereal box. And again, measuring out 1-inch and 2-inch sections for the various stairs that I'm going to be using. I'm using a stacked approach for the stairs, just to give it a little bit of a three-dimensional element. Cutting out about a 1/4-inch rim around the top of the stairs. For the 1-inch sections, they were too narrow for that lip, so I just left those flat. For the cutout on the inside, I also made a hole with the stonework all the way around the sides. Then just using some white glue to attach the elements. And then hitting it with black spray paint. And I'm going to do really a more detailed painting on these to give the illusion of depth. I'm starting with a dark brown as the kind of the undercoat, and I'm hitting all of the stairs and painting the individual stairs in, leaving some black exposed. Now I'm starting to blend in some of the gray into the dark brown to start bringing the highlight of the stairs, so each of the stairs above it is progressively lighter, so more gray added to it, and that'll give the illusion of depth. And going around the lip of each of these and adding in the individual stones. It's a little bit more gray than my playing board, but I think it still works. It could have probably used a little bit more tan instead of fully gray. Then I'm using a black brush to add some individual stonework back onto the stairs to make it look like individual stones. And that is the finished product for both the two-dimensional and three-dimensional elements. I think the three-dimensional look really nice, that they're pretty simple. The two-dimensional, for being an illusion, I think they work pretty well to illustrate the idea of going downwards. I hope you like this video. If you do, please hit the like button and subscribe, and we'll see you again next time. Thank you.